NK is asking, so in sorts both has field symbol and X values can be changed. Yes. Main difference is runtime, at runtime name name determination, you can say name determination for the memory location. How to clear the field symbol, how to put breakpoint on field symbol. Same clear fs you can write. Okay, clear field symbol. Clear you can use in order to uh, you know remove. How to clear? Clear is not like like you have to unassign. Not clear basically. Clear field symbol will not be allowed. Unassigned field symbol just you use and field symbol value will be you know so you have to use unassigned. Okay, if you want to, or if you want to clear the content, clear field symbol, that also you can use. I will show you that. Maybe quickly I will show you here. For example, you can here see this is one internal table, and in this field symbol you have the data. So if you want to, one thing is that you can unassign the field symbol. One unassigned field symbol, everything will be erased. So if you don't want to unassign, if you want to, just erase the content, then you can write the clear. So like that you can write. Okay, control F to see there is no error. Okay, if you write refresh fs and press F2, you can see that clear refresh, both you can use, there is no problem. If you want to unassign, you use unassigned. So everything, the memory allocation and all, whatever, everything will be destroyed. Clear will erase the content, including the first extent plus content. Refresh will only erase the content, it will not erase uh, uh, the extra extent. This part we have already discussed, right? First extent, extra extent, and all those. While while discussing about the clear refresh and free, the difference between clear refresh and free. So if you come here and I'm giving Mara here. So in this FS, right, 10 records are there. Unassigned I'm giving. Okay. You can see it got unassigned and data got everything removed. Can you tell me now it will go into dump or it will work fine? FS, this field symbol is not assigned. So if I use this statement, it will go into dump or it will work fine. Very good. It will go now in dump because this field symbol is now not assigned. So it will go into dump. In order to work with the field symbol, it must be assigned because here I have unassigned. Now it will go into dump. Okay. So you have seen this part. Clear and refresh quickly. I will show you. So comment this one and just activate. So when you are using the clear and refresh, make sure that your field symbol is fs is assigned, right? This is what the practice I have told you to use. Any kind of operation if you are performing on the field symbol, make sure it's assigned, otherwise it will go into dump. So run this one and some table name, press F8 and in FS you can see the 10 records, right? It is assigned clear FS, so it will clear the content. See here, the content got erased. and refresh also will erase the content. Fine. So I've given the answer for that question. uh, do and undo is a loop. We will discuss that. Okay, fine. So I think I've given all the answer. If still something is left, we will discuss that. So now we will see about the sorted and hashed internal table. So see, sorted and hashed internal table. Sorted means it is like a standard table only, but in sorted, the data will be sorted. You know, means uh, when you are fetching the data from the database table, the data will be there in the sorted order. Okay. So for example, here, go into this, go back and create one more program. Sorted internal table. So I will copy the program number 2. Fine. Maybe I will write a fresh program quickly. Go into change mode and data it underscore Mara type table of Mara. So sorted table of when you define you, so by default it will be the standard table. No? In order to define sorted, you will have to give the sorted table of. And when you give the sorted table of, you have the two options with unique key or with non-unique key. So with unique key matter I am giving. Non-unique key means you have the duplicate key. That is the meaning of you know non-unique key. So this is one internal table I have defined. This is a sorted table with unique key matter. So on matter it will be by default it will be there in ascending order. Or if you use mtart, you know, it will by default get sorted on mtart. Whatever field you want to put here, you put automatically it will sort it. Okay. So matkl I'm just giving and then use the select. Okay. Uh, and define one structure types begin of ts underscore mara matner type matner mtart type mtart and matkl type matkl, then end of ts underscore mara, and we can refer this structure. So we will be having the small number of fields, you know, and now select a star from, not a star, only three fields which is there, mtart matkl from mara into table it underscore mara. And if you see that, you know, So just save this, control F3, control and activate. So on material group, I have, see here, it's telling a row already exists with this key, because unique key I have defined, right? I have defined unique key for material group. That's why it's giving me the error. If you put the emit Matner, no, Matner is always unique in Mara table, always unique. Okay, so this will not give you dump. For Matner, unique key will work fine. See here, it's working fine, right? And it will be in sorted order, right? See here, material is there in the sorted order. But when we are giving MATKL or MTART, it will go into dump because you are writing unique key. So in order to avoid the dump, you define the key, but with non-unique key. Okay, you define with a non-unique key. So just save this one and click on this activate button. And this time it will not go into dump and you will get the sorted data. See, material group is blank, right? So it has been sorted. That's the first it's coming blank, and then say L, then after L some another alphabet in ascending order will come. So say LR01, right? LR02. So it's there in the ascending order. After L, MM01. So like that. So in sorted table, data will be automatically sorted based upon the key field. Okay, whatever you are defining. Now, will you be able to use the append statement into the sorted table? Tell me, will you be able to use the append statement into sorted table? See, I'm getting 10 rows over here. So if you just run this, say the 10 rows I'm getting. So what I want to do that, I want to use one append statement. I want to insert one record in this IT underscore Mara. So if you use the append statement, it will work, but you will have to make sure the data which you are inserting that is there at the right sequence. Okay, so I will show you. So in order to understand in a better manner, I will use this as a Matner. Okay, and just save this and click on this activate. So currently you have the data like this. Okay, F H P R is it's sorted at a material number. So now some material I'm giving, which is starting with X. Okay, some material I'm giving which is starting with X. So let's define one work area. Data WA underscore Mara like line of IT underscore Mara, and Matner equals to, let's starting with some X001, something like that. This Matner is starting. Okay, and WA Mara mtart equals to ROH, and MATKL I'm not going to give anything, just this value. So can you tell me, like, if I am going to use your append statement, append WA underscore Mara to IT underscore Mara, what append will do? It will insert in beginning or in middle or at last. Tell me. It will always insert at last, right? Append means at last, right? The meaning of append itself means at last it will be. So when you are inserting at last, is it respecting the sequence? It is respecting the sorted order. That is the question. You can see that. in IT underscore Mara, at last you inserted this, you know, so it's respecting the order of sorting. After VX should come, so it's working fine. There is no problem. But if you write here instead of X001, if you try to append A001, right, at last, so already, you know, some data is there. So at last, if you try to append A0001, will it respect the sorting? You know, are you getting my point? It will it respect the sorting? At last, you were just trying to insert. You know, at end you were trying to insert. So let's suppose like you have the data like already data X, Y, Z. One record X, one record is starting with Y, and one record is starting with Z. At last, you are trying to append one record starting with A. Is it the correct sequence? Yes or no? Is it the correct? This is not the correct sequence, right? This is not the correct sequence. So if it is not the correct sequence, then it will go into dump. It will go into big dump, you know. It will go into dump because the sequence is not correct. So I will show you now here that it will go into dump. So press F8 and press F6 and see already in this internal table you have what V you have, right? And here you are trying to put A. A should be in beginning actually, right? So what will happen that it will go into what? Error while inserting the changing rows in sorted table. This that statement could not be executed. Why? Because an attempt was made to insert or change a row in internal table at position 10. This corrupted the sort sequence defined for the table by its key, and that's why it's telling that it's going into dump. So hope you understood. In sorted table, you can use the append. Okay. So with sorted table, you can use the append, but it should not. You can use the append, but you should not disrespect the sequence of, you know, it not disrespect the sorting sequence. So if it does so, that means if it violates, that means if it disrespect, then in that case actually, you know, if it violates, it will go into dump. तो यदि वो उल्लंघन करता है तो in that case it will go into, you know, short dump. Okay, so that is the sorted table. You got this. So in sorted table you can use the insert statement as well. If you remember, like, you know, in the standard table, when we have used last time, you don't have to bother about the sorting sequence and all those things, you know. You can use the append without any tension. You can use the append without thinking twice. But here sorted table you have to be careful. Okay. Insert statement also you can use in a standard table we have seen, right? Here also you can use the insert statement, but again, you know, again it should respect the sorting sequence. So whatever you are going to use, insert or append, it must respect the sorting sequence. That means if here you use the insert wa mara to it underscore mara index let's suppose the fifth position you are telling. So if fifth position is not the right position for the w underscore mara, then it will go into dump. Okay, if for that particular record, if it is the right position, then it will not go into dump. Okay, so I will show you this. Just save this one, activate this, activate and press F8. So got some data and see at fifth position, one, two, three, fourth. So here it is trying to insert A001. So if you put here A001, will it violate the sorting sequence? Yes or no? What do you think? Right? It will violate the sorting sequence. Yes. And that's why it will go into what? Dump. See? So insert also you can use, but the thing is that it should be at right place. So if you put index 1, it will not go into dump because at first position if you put A001, it will not violate the sorting sequence. Right? So here I'm trying to insert and see it got successfully inserted. Correct? There is no dump. So like that. So sorted table insert statement again you can use which kind of insert statement? The one which I have written insert, you know, this one, this type of insert statement. So insert statement again is of, two types. So one is this one. Another one very nice insert statement you have. So this you can tell insert statement with index. Okay. Insert statement with index. So index, it can be explicit index or implicit index. This one is the explicit index. Explicitly you are mentioning this, right? Implicit index comes under the loop and loop. Okay, we have seen that part. So insert a statement with index. It can be implicit or explicit, anything. Now one more form is there for insert statement. Insert a statement without index. Okay, so this insert statement is evergreen actually, so this insert statement will always work nice. So how is the syntax? You will have to tell insert w underscore mara into table it underscore mara. That's it. Just this table addition will be extra. So if you give this table addition, you know you don't have to mention the index. What it will happen that based upon the suitable position, you know data will be automatically inserted. For example, here insert wa underscore mara into table you have to give. Okay, then index is not required. Okay, so this syntax is evergreen syntax for insert has, you know this syntax we use for sorted table as well and for hash table as well. So just save this one, click on this activate button, and it will determine automatically at which position it should be inserted basically. So now it does not matter what you are going to pass it over here. Every time it will work fine without any dump. Okay. So if you press F8, automatically it will decide, at which place it should be there. So because a is there, so in beginning itself it will be there because that is its a right place. So see here, it got inserted at its right place. If you give other than A001, no, then let's suppose if you are giving some F001, so now you will be able to see that it will be there at its correct position. It will not go into dump. Okay, so this is how actually you should use. So F6 and come here, you can see that it underscore Mara, this particular F001 will be there at its correct place. So here you can see that this is what its correct place is, and it is there. Okay, so now let's go back and try to understand a little more about this. So this is the perfect one. It will never give you dump, So this we also in for sorted order, this particular syntax you are supposed to use. It's a evergreen, so I will just put into the green. Okay. Now for hash table, what will happen that again this syntax is going to work. Insert w underscore mara into table it underscore mara. Okay, this is the syntax you can use. uh, okay, append will not work. I will show you. Index based operation does not work with the hash table. So how you can define the hash table? It underscore, let's suppose I want to define one hash table. Come here, type hashed table of. You'll have to give table table of. And hash table always comes with the unique key. uh, Hash table always come with unique key. Okay, always comes with unique key. Why unique key? Because hash algorithm, when you are going to use the hash table does not get stored index wise. It does not get stored index wise. One key gets created. One key gets created based upon the key field. Okay, and that key will be there on the in the different table. That is the table for hash key. That is the table for hash key. Okay, so here hash key will be, and your actual data will be. So here you will be hash key, and here you will be having the actual data, and the hash key will be having the pointer. Uh, Hash key will be having the pointer to the actual record. Okay, and hash key how it gets created with the key field which you are defining. So here I'm defining the material number key field. So hash key will be created with the help of hashing algorithm, and that is you know uh, that is pointing to the actual records. So what will happen that you know when it has to access the key with the help of, so let's suppose if you want to search a particular material in a hash table, so what it will do that it will first and go and find it out its hash key. for this material, whatever the hash key is there, that it will go and find it out quickly, and corresponding to that already, the records it's pointing it out. From there it will get the required detail. So hash key gets created with the help of hash algorithm. Hash algorithm use this unique key. So in hash table, it is mandatory to have the unique key. Key should be unique. Okay, key should be unique. So this is one important point. So your hash table got created. Now in hash table, you want to insert the record. So this is the evergreen syntax. It works with everything: standard, sorted, hash table. So if you want to insert the extra record, you can insert it here. Some error is there. Let's try to find it out. It underscore Mara is unknown. Okay, it underscore hash I'm using. So if you check the syntax now, uh, it should be here actually, from Mara. Select Maitner mtar thematical from Mara into table this up to and it underscore it w underscore Mara. Okay, so for w underscore Mara, it's so control F2, F3, and enter. So now you can see that if you press F8 with the help of this insert statement, you will be able to insert the data. So this is like the syntax you will have to use in order to insert the data into the hash table. If you try with the append, let's see what it's telling. Append to and check the syntax, see here. Explicit or implicit index operations cannot be used on tables with type hashed or any or any table. It underscore hash has the type hash table. It is possible, right? So see, means what it's telling that you cannot use the append, because what it does, append will try to insert at last. At last means it's trying to determine the index, right? And index based operation is not supported with the hash table. But if you use the insert, it will automatically find the correct place by identifying the correct hash key, and it will put, right, with this. See, again, another flavor of this, like if you try to use this one, can you tell me this will work or not? Insert w underscore Mara into it underscore hash index one. What do you think? Tell me yes or no. See, this will also not work because the index based operation, this form of syntax of insert in the hash table will not work. Only in a standard and sorted table it will work. With sorted table, again, it is have the limitation that the it should respect the order, otherwise it will go into dump. But at least at design time, at compile time, it will not give you the error. But here it will give you the error. If you comment this append one and try to check for insert also, it will give you the error. See? So just remember, we don't have to get puzzled and all. Just remember in very simple manner, this form of insert statement, insert work area into table, is going to be used for sorted table and internal table. That's it. This much only, just to remember. Okay. And so hash table is always having the searching time independent of number of records. It does not matter you have 1 crore or 2 crore or 3 crore records or 1000 records. No, it is always going to have the same time for each record. If you want to search the first record, or if you want to search the 100 number records of thousands or lakhs of whatever record you want to search, for each record in hash table, the searching time spent is same. In sorted order, in sorted table, when you search, perform the search, by default binary search takes place, you know. So like in this, the time for searching will take less. In a standard table, the searching will be sequential, right? If you want to use the binary search, you can use the binary search, but before that, you will have to sort this. This part we have seen. So a standard table is very flexible. The way, whatever way you want to use, you can use. That's why standard table mostly we use. Most of the time, you are going to use a standard table only. You know, mostly you are going to 99% time you are going to use a standard table only. Okay, but you should know the concept of this sorted and hash table. If someone going to ask an interview, or maybe if you want to have such a requirement where you have large set of data, maybe you can try with the hash table. It will give you the better performance. So now let's have some differences over here between a standard table, sorted, and hash. Right, so standard table defines type table or of type standard table, sorted table type sorted table of, hash table type hash table of. In a standard table, index based operation is performed, right? In sorted table also you can perform the index based operation, only the thing that it should not disrespect the sorting order. Okay, here it does not matter whatever the sorting order you have in a standard table. In hash table, index based operation is not allowed. Okay, index based operation is not allowed in hash table. So insert into table, then modify table from work area. Here it should be table actually, modify table I have missed. No. So yeah, I need to write it here. Okay, modify table from work area. Here also you can use modify table from work area. Here also modify table for from work area. Okay, for modification purpose, if you want to modify a record. In a standard table, append of course you can use. In sorted also you can use the append. Okay, only the thing, it should not violate the order. Here you can't use the append. Okay, so this is the point. And by default for sorted internal table, binary search takes place. Okay, and like for the field on which it is already sorted. Okay, for that field, if you want to, like if you are putting the binary search, it will automatically apply it. Sorting prerequisite in order to use, yeah. So if you want to use a binary search in a standard table, you must have to sort. We have seen this part, right? In hash table, like when you search, it does not use binary search or sequential search. It is having its own searching algorithm. It searches based upon the hash key. So it does not go and search one by one, or it does not go and search with the binary search way. It is having it searches based upon the hash key. Okay, so hope you got the idea about sorted internal table. And now the conditional statement. But let's see. I think we will stop it over here, and tomorrow we will discuss. If you have any query, just to go ahead